Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we continue with our journey. We're here with Rhythm of Love, which is the third album of hers, the first one in the 90s. I try to stay out of spoilers, but I do like to read comments and reply to you guys because you're so lovely to me. And I read some comments saying that it's produced by the same people as before, but it has a different sound because she transitioned from the 80s to the 90s. So yeah, let's go. The first track is called Better the Devil That You Know. No, Better the Devil You Know. Looking at the track list, I don't think I know any of the tracks. Your love for me will grow. It does resemble a lot of the sound from Kylie, from Enjoy Yourself. Not from Kylie. Kylie actually stands out based on the two. When you put them together, Kylie stands out, which is interesting because it's her first one and it's the same people. But anyway, this definitely resembles a lot of things from Enjoy Yourself, but it does have some aspects that don't really go well with the 80s and sound a bit like 90s. Some Eurodance aspect to it. It has a very similar thematic to a lot of the tracks we've discussed and heard before. I think this is the point when I start getting tired of the same people doing the same thing, because it comes to a point where it stops being cross-referenced and it just starts being repetitive. You know, I don't mean that in a rude or disrespectful way, it's just that I'm starting to get bored at the same way of songs, at the same theme, you know, running after the guy. Yeah, it's getting boring by now. I was very unimpressed by this track. I feel like as the first track of the album and as probably the lead single, since it has the most streams, it was probably a hit and therefore probably the lead single, it should set the tone of the album. And if that's the case, I'm a little worried in advance because I really wasn't that impressed by it. I think there were better examples of tracks like this, you know, the same theme and the same people from other albums that did it better than this, other albums of hers from Kylie and from Enjoy Yourself that did it better than this. So I would say that it's a no for me. I did like the song and I tried my best not to make comparisons, but still something about it just wasn't it. I would be just fine if I didn't have to listen to this track again. if I did, it wouldn't be the worst experience of my life. I could probably end up enjoying it, but I just don't feel the lust of listening to it again, you know? It's not that type of song for me. Again, I would do just fine if I never had to listen to it again. Next track, Step Back in Time. I wanna fuck? Oh, wait, no, right? That's not it, right? It's 1990, right? That's not what they were singing about back then, was it? Oh, I wanna funk. Jesus Christ, it's the second time I get confused by the word funk being used in tracks. The first one was Dancing in Circles by Gaga in 2016. Jesus Christ. Kylie, you scared me. Not that there's anything wrong with fucking, you know, it's a part of life, but, you know, I wasn't expecting it. I think I heard this song before. I think I did. I'm not sure, but I think I have heard this track before. That chorus, that part of the chorus where she goes step back in time. The melody in that sounds very similar. I know it's just, you know, 4 words, so that's why I think I might have heard it, but it sounds similar to something I've heard before. And we're back, by the way, we're back. This is the kind of track I signed up for, okay? Better the devil you know, we don't talk about that because we're back now with this track. Yes. I love the repetition after she says the word. It's like an echo or something in the back. I love it. Step back in time. Let me add this to my library just a second. Yes, as I said, we are back. This is the type of song I wanted to listen to. This is the type of song I was expecting from a 1990 album. It definitely has a different sonority from her other tracks in the other albums. It's totally different and it's great. Definitely a classic. I think I have heard it. Maybe I have, maybe I haven't. But either way, that didn't influence in me liking the song. I would have liked it even if I had never, ever listened to it because it's that good. Next track, What Do I Have to Do?
To get
chorus really worked for me. When it started, I wouldn't have given a dime to it. You know, it started, I was like, wow, it's very weak. But then, it was right after the woo, right after that, she started adding elements and the echoes, and the beat got faster and the melody got more enjoyable, and I started dancing more. That kind of chorus really worked for me. It was a slow burn in a sense. Okay, do something different, I like it. You know I love it, I said it in my previous video. I love the combination between piano and upbeat pop track. Love it. Okay, it's a long fade out. I'm gonna start talking right now. This track was really good as well. It seemed that the only track that was really off for me was Better the Devil You Know so far, because the two other ones have been nothing but great, and it really does start showing that the sound is different. Better the Devil You Know was very reminiscent of the sounds she had established in Kylie and Enjoy Yourself. But now I'm really getting the 90s aspect in it, especially those Euro pop, Euro dance tracks back from the early 90s. Next track is Secrets. I also wonder if we're gonna have a ballad in this album, because I loved them so much in the previous one. Just because I said it was starting to sound more like 90s, this sounds a lot like her late 80s songs.
There are secrets that you never knew, secrets in that private room, secrets that I get from you, little talk in the afternoon. Never wanted to hurt you, didn't really want to deceive.
Did she cheat on him with someone? Is that the secrets? The pillow talk in the afternoon? Didn't want to hurt you? Oh no, Kylie. I defended you when the guy cheated, and it's no secret. And now instead, it's no secret, and now it's secrets. Oh my god. Oh my god. If this is not the biggest cross-reference out there, this was the biggest reach I have ever made in this journey, okay? Oh my god. I could be right, right? It's the same people who wrote it. But as I was saying, I defeated you on It's No Secret. Don't make me not defeat. I defended you and It's No Secret. Don't make me defend the guy in this track, okay? I don't wanna have to. She did cheat on the guy. Oh my god. It wasn't a reach. Fuck, I'm so clever. It's no secret a guy cheats on her. Secrets, she cheats on the guy. Brilliant. Mind-blowingly brilliant, but also fucked up as shit. Why? You among all people have gone through it, suffered it. Why? Okay, so we don't commend the message of the song. We don't condone its purpose of existence, its purpose behind it, its storytelling. We don't agree with that, right? Because we didn't agree with it, and it's no secret, so it'd be very hypocritical of us to agree with it now just because it's Kylie doing it. But, however, I would like to say that at least she went straight to the cheated one and didn't start telling everybody like she suffered in It's No Secret. That's the only thing positive I have to say about the song, because I thought it was very repetitive. The message, we've already talked about it, but I thought that as a track, it was very repetitive, very reminiscent of her 80s stuff, not in a good way. It was just boring, really, okay? I'm really sorry, but it just did nothing to keep my interest going. Next track, Always Find the Time. I like that actually, I like the switch. Okay, on contrary of Secrets, this track did a very good job at keeping me interested. It always introduced no instrumentals, no little things. There was that choir. It had a lot of me to focus on and really try to understand it. But this had a problem. The melody. I really didn't like it. It really didn't click for me. It just wasn't the best one out there. I think we had better examples of it in Secrets, for instance. I didn't like Secrets because it was repetitive, long, and therefore boring. This track, I liked the production. I liked the length. It wasn't repetitive. It didn't feel long, but it just didn't sound good to me when she sang for some reason. But yeah, it's another one that I would probably need more time to get used to, if I ever do. Next track, The World Still Turns. Yes, I like this one a lot. I was about to pause the whole time just so I could comment on it, because there's a lot going on and I don't want to miss it. First of all, lyrics on point, perfect. It's not about a relationship. It's about what comes after the relationship, after she gets over them. She realizes that everything that happened in the world without this person is still happening. The world's not gonna pause because you've endured a heartbroken. It's not. She says that a heartbroken is a lesson to be learned. That everything she liked before about the world, the stars, everything is still there. It's still going. Because it was just a relationship. It was just a phase of your life. Love the message. And love the production as well. it's more simplistic than the other ones. There's not much going on. There's not like a super heavy beat. No, it's more stripped down in a sense. It has less instrumentals. It doesn't have the same choir throughout the entire song. It's just her and some vocals in the back that she also recorded it. Loved it. I'm loving it, all of it so far.
Couldn't believe, baby, the world still It's easy.
This track is great. I'll keep my commentary to the end, but this track is great. After two so tracks, we are back once again. I loved this track. I loved her vocals. I loved the production. I loved that saxophone that came out of nowhere when she pulled it with her vocals. She sounded beautiful in this one. I loved everything about this track. Even though it was long, it was like 4 minutes, it didn't feel long, because sometimes when I complain about tracks, oh, this song is too long, it's not necessarily long. It's just very repetitive and it sounds long. This track wasn't. It had a good melody, which is the problem I found in Always Find the Time, and it had good production and good message, which is the problem I found in Secrets. Loved it. That's the summary of this track. Loved it. Next track, Shocked.
Tell me I'm only
1 minute and a half. She built the song for 1 minute and a half. I love build-ups. I love build-ups. When it started, I thought, ooh, a nice little build-up. 1 minute and a half. This is genius. Absolutely genius.
dreaming. I believe you can't see how this could be true. I
Alright, when the song started, I was immediately captivated. Right from the very first start, when I thought we were having a little build-up and it turned out to be a 1.5-minute masterpiece, I was into the song. You know, I was there. I was really, really into the song. But then she came in, and I thought, well, that's alright. She sounds good. The melody is good. But then came the chorus, and I feel like this production required something different than a love song. It started out really badass. You know, it started out like she was about to, you know, go all off on somebody. But no, the track talks about love at first sight, and maybe me not liking it is 100% on me. It's definitely 100% on me. I created expectations based on what I wanted the song to sound because of the production it had, and it turned out to not be like that. And that's on me, okay? It's not on her. I'm sure that if you like this track, I can 100% understand it, but I was expecting a different message to be conveyed based on the type of production we were having. But it's still a good track. I would still add this to my library because I will still listen to it based on the first 1.5 minutes. But I really wish it was about something different other than love at first sight. And I think it's love at first sight because she said that she was shocked by the power of love and that tomorrow she might not feel that way. So it's probably about someone she just met. So yeah, next track, One Boy Go. One Boy Go. Interesting. Didn't you just sing about cheating on your boyfriend, so now you're not a one-boy girl? Maybe that was just a one-time thing? Okay, let's leave it at that interpretation.
You know how guys are, I don't think he could be with just one. And what if he teach ya? Girl, this house fun, who ought to meet ya? 2 or 3 more. I don't think so. You should see more. No, I don't think so. How could you be sure? I believe him. You're in for heartbreak. You don't need him. What if he helps ya?
Which is exactly what happened, by the way. Your friend, who's not credited in this track, sadly, was spitting facts.
You won't do that. Are you sure? Yeah, that's a fact. There's lots of guys in this world. Not for me, I'm a one-boy girl.
The thing I loved about this track was the production. I really loved it right when it first started up until the ending. It was great. But something about the message of this track just really doesn't click for me. I am not against monogamy at all. I don't think that was the problem with this track. And she does whatever she wants with her life. But I don't know. I really don't know. I can't quite explain. But the lyrics, the message, it just didn't do it for me. It's just not something that I would listen to again. It's not something that I would sing out loud. It's just not. Again, I'm sorry. It's just not. Maybe it was fine back in 1990, but I think it kind of aged like milk. Next track, Things Can Only Get Better. I hope so. I gotta give it to the producers though. Even though there are tracks that I don't like, I love the beat. I love the production in these tracks. I like that. I like how there's something in the production that's following her voice. And yeah, this is my library. And they did get better. I like this track a lot. I like it both because of two things. One, the production is great, but we already knew that. We've been saying that throughout the album because the producers do a very good job, even at tracks that I don't particularly like, but also the lyrics. It's a different subject. She's not talking about love, not necessarily at least, and she's not talking about herself and something that she experienced. She's talking to other people. She's talking straight at us, saying that things can only get better. If you've hit rock bottom, if you're feeling down, if you don't like what's going on, remember, you're in control of your future. You're in control of what's gonna happen to you. Your future's in the palm of your hands. You can control it. And if you need some push, hey, I'm here saying that things can only get better. I like that. I think it's very important at a moment like this one that we're going through in 2021 and 2020 as well. And it's shows her versatility when it comes to singing. It's not just love songs. Not that I have anything against love songs, but when we've had 3 albums almost entirely about them, it starts getting a little repetitive. Next track, Count the Days. I like how, once again, they did that. Her voice follows the production. What she's singing has a replication of the production, the way it's going. There's dun dun dun, 1, 2, 3. I like that. I think it's very interesting to listen to it.
It's been so long. I know press a pedal to my lips, feels like a kiss.
A little beat appreciation moment. Okay, as I said, I'm gonna say this one more time, and I swear I'm not gonna say it in the next one. I love the production of this album.
You know, that's what I miss. To smell a sweet perfume reminds me so much of you.
And it's another big fade out. All these tracks have long fade outs. I actually really like this one. I thought I wasn't based on the first when it started, because I don't know, it didn't start like something that I would enjoy, but it turns out I did. I liked it a lot. Is it my favorite track on the album? No, but it is something that I listened, I liked it, and I would definitely listen to it again when it comes on randomly. So I'm gonna add this to my library. Next track, last track, Rhythm of Love, the title track. nice switch there.
I don't have to worry. There ain't nothing you won't do. Give your love to me, and I give my love to you. Ooh, so good together. Some people work better solo, but I could never be without you. A good beat, I dance to you, spinning for as long as we can. Come on, let's jam with the rhythm in my loving. There ain't nothing I can't do when I feel the beat of love. On and on and on with you. And loving when I feel the beat of love. On and on with you.
I genuinely think this was my favorite track in the album. What a nice closure to it. Really, I really do think it was my favorite track in the album. It had nice beat, nice message, nice melodies. I really liked it. And with that, we've come to the conclusion of it. So, Rhythm of Love definitely wasn't my favorite Kylie Minogue album. I feel like it lacked something. It lacked an essence. It lacked magic, I should say. Maybe that's the word that fits better what I'm trying to say. Kylie, the debut, was full of it. We had all that energy, all that beat, all that those instruments, all that 80s vibe that was so nice. Then Enjoy Yourself had the ballads, which created a great contrast with the rest of the album. This one was much less interesting for me to listen to than the previous two ones were. There weren't really any surprises. There really wasn't that feeling that I got when the two previous ones played. I don't think it's a bad album, not at all. That's not what I'm trying to say. But I do feel like it's low. Not when it comes to the beat, but when it comes to appreciation. It took me a long time to enjoy the tracks I did, and the tracks I did enjoy are probably not even top 10 of her career. Those were Step Back in Time. That may actually have been a top 10 because I really like that track. What Do I Have to Do? The World Still Turns. Shocked, which I only put here because of the beat. Things Can Only Get Better, which is alright. Count the Days, okay. And Rhythm of Love, which is actually good. But nothing truly outstanding, you know, the best I ever heard. No, not from this album, with the notable exception of Step Back in Time, which again I really did enjoy. The next album we're gonna listen to, it's Let's Get To It. I'm curious and I'm wondering when, because you guys told me that she had the same producer throughout the beginning of her career, but what exactly is the beginning of her career? When does beginning stop and mid to late career starts? If it's based on years, I say it should have already ended because it's been 3 years of the same sound. But is it like mid-90s, or is the next album going to be it? Because so far we've been having a lot of the same sounds. Next album, it's Let's Get To It. We're probably listening to it next week. I'm tending to do this like once every week. So yeah. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for listening. If you got any other requests, please tell me. I'll be thrilled to react to them, as I always am. I do hope to see you in my next video. Bye.